Father, first thing I want you to write down, all right? Let's write this down. Don't pray like a religious person, all right? If you don't know how to spell religious, spell it the best way you can. Very good. So I'm not checking your spelling. Don't pray like a religious person. We all know what this means. I've already covered this, but this is the kind of person in your family. It's time to eat at the holidays, and they go out with those long, big words, and they pray for 45 minutes. The food is cold, and no one believes in God anymore, okay? So don't pray like religious people. Pray like Jesus. Pray like Jesus. All right. We want to pray like Jesus. We want to be his disciple. We're going to follow his training. So, the first question we had is, when did Jesus pray? In that blank, I want you to write, daily. Jesus prayed daily. Jesus prayed daily. All right? Pray every day. All right? It doesn't have to be like an hour thing. It can be an hour, but it needs to be every day. Here's what I mean. Pray every day. Jesus is real. He's right here. Okay? All right? Some of you, I just caught somebody over here. They went, right here? Oh my gosh, I didn't see you. Okay? Jesus is right here. He's always with you. Think about spending your entire day walking around with your best friend. There are going to be some moments of the day where you're not talking to your friend. You're in math class. You're just hanging out. You're doing that. You're not talking to your friend. But other times you do just spend a little bit of time talking to your friends throughout the day. They're with you all day long. Throughout the day, you might have an hour-long conversation, go an hour, and then 2 hours later, you have a 30-second conversation. Because that's what you have to say, or that's what they have to say to you. So pray every day, throughout the day. All right? Jesus also prayed at the beginning. Write that, at the beginning. That's the first blank there. That's the first blank. Jesus prayed at the beginning. Pray at the beginning of the day. Again, like I try to do the whole, I just woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I try to get to the next to my bed and start to pray. I'm going to fall asleep, right back to sleep on the bed, okay? That's not the best time for me. But I do need to pray. So I'm getting up, you know when I pray? One of the first things I do, I get up and I go downstairs and make coffee. As I'm making coffee, the first thing I always pray for is, God, I love coffee. Thank you so much. And that's where I start. I'm making coffee. I'm getting breakfast ready for my girls. I love coffee. Thank you so much. Thank you for my house. Thank you for the fact that I'm alive. You kept me alive while I was asleep. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. That's all. About last 30 seconds. I don't know. I might pray for the next 20 minutes as I'm walking around doing stuff. I might go in my office and shut everything off and just talk. Who knows? But I start the day. Pray before a test. Pray before you get in the car on a trip. All right? Again, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Talk to God. He's your dad. Okay? Next, where did Jesus pray? In fact, let's take a look at our scripture. For daily. Rising very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus departed and went out to a desolate, that's a lonely place, and there he prayed. He prayed daily, all right? Pray daily at the beginning of the day. Where did Jesus pray? He prayed publicly. That's the second one. Where did he pray publicly? In front of people, with people. So they took away the stone. Jesus looked up his eyes and said, Father, I thank you that you heard me. I knew that you always hear me, but on this account of the people standing around, that they may believe that you sent me. He's praying in front of people. All right? I want you to be cautious here. Pray with your small group. Pray with your friends. If you're an adult here, you're married, or you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, pray with your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend. Pray publicly. But pray with people. But don't pray like religious people. And we all know this person. Again, they always use the fancy words. They pray for 30 minutes. And it's all about how cool and holy I am. All right? Jesus prayed rather briefly there, too. It's only 2 sentences. But he prayed publicly. All right? Pray with your small group. Jesus also prayed, next place, he prayed privately. And after he had taken leave of them, after he left his friends, he went up on the mountain to pray. Pray privately. Set aside for a long time. All right? Here's the deal. This thing is probably one of the biggest roadblocks to my prayer. This is my iPhone. It's all sorts of neat stuff on here. Games, MP3s, and YouTube, and lightsabers. Oh, man. I'm taking you down next time. Tim Duncan killed me with his lightsaber app on his phone. Okay? All right? But this thing will get in the way of my prayer because I'll get alone, and all of a sudden I'll go, text message, and I figure I'll just go ahead and check Twitter, and then I'll go Facebook, and all of a sudden I'll forget that I'm supposed to be praying right then, and I'll walk away. All right? Get someplace private where no one's going to distract you, including your gadgets, your MP3, your TVs, your book, your magazines. Not that those are bad things, but they become distracting. Pray privately. Next, who did Jesus pray for? Who did Jesus pray for? Jesus said, Jesus is on the cross in this moment, in this verse, Luke 23:34. Jesus is on the cross. He prayed, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And then they bet, they cast lots to divide the government. He's up on the cross, naked, dying, and there on the ground, down below him, making fun of him, and actually betting money on who gets to win his clothes. And he says, please forgive them. I want you to understand what I prayed in the past, and some of you brought it in here, maybe some of you are adults. I prayed a terrible prayer. In the car, I'm driving along, and some jerk drives really fast, comes up in front of me, and gets in front of me, and starts slowing down because I was going too fast, too slow, and so what's the critical point? Maybe someone makes a gesture at me in traffic, okay, that kind of thing, or just someone being a jerk on the road, or maybe out on the expressway, and some dude on one of those little tiny Japanese, little motorcycles, all right, it's kind of loser, and he's you don't have to with that big crap, almost crap, all right. You ever had your mom or dad flip out when someone does that? All right, I don't want to do that. I prayed the most terrible prayer. I'm going to confess this, okay? I prayed, dear God, I'm supposed to get a break. That's a terrible prayer. If that guy's my enemy, I feel like, dear Lord, please bless him. Please keep him safe. People are being rather idiotic right now. Just help him out, God, all right? If he crashes, let him, roll and, spring back up. He's unscathed. He's not hurt. We should pray for our enemies. We should pray for our enemies. Jesus prayed for our enemies. So scared there? All right, we're going to please pray for speakers, okay? Very good. Jesus also prayed for his friends. Simon, behold, Satan demanded to have you, that he might sift you like wheat. But I have prayed for you that your faith might not fail. And when you've returned again, strengthen your brothers. Pray for your friends. Pray for your friends. How many of you have non-Christian friends? Raise your hand. All of us have our hands up. We all know someone who's non-Christian. Pray for your non-Christian friends. How many of you have Christian friends? Pray for them. If you want help on this, how can I pray for my friend? If you ask someone, hey, can I pray for you? And no, I'm good. Here's what you pray for people when they say, no, I'm good. You pray, God, help them be a good Christian. All right? We have Christians who need to act like Christians. All right? We have plenty of friends. Maybe that's some of us. We need to be prayed for. Pray for your friends.